Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Now it is clear, guys? Okay, fine. Yeah, others, whoever it is not clear, could you please relog in once again? Could you please relog in once again? Now it is audible, right? Okay, guys. So let's start the session. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the next topic called as decision-making statements. Decision-making statements or which is if and else, based on the if and else, right? Now, what is these decision-making statements? These decision-making statements are also called as conditional statements or control flow statements in Python. Decision-making statements or conditional statements or control flow statements. Everything is same. Now, these are going to work based on the condition. There will be one condition, and if the condition is true, it is going to work. If the condition is false, it is not going to work. Now, before entering into these conditional statements, let's understand what is meant by block of code. Till now, whatever we have executed, if you are writing single line separately like that, they are called as lines of code. Just you are writing one line of code or two lines of code like this. Till now, whatever we have done in the Python, they are called as lines of code. Now, here we are going to discuss about the block of code. Block of code. Now, what is meant by block of code means a set of lines separated by indentation. Indentation means there will be tab space. Before to that, there will be a tab space. Set of lines separated by a tab space. And this entire block, for example, here I am writing if and one condition. And after this condition, if the condition is true means all the lines will be executed. If the condition is false means none of the line will be executed. Now here what is meant by block of code means block of code is nothing but set of lines executes together or doesn't execute together. That is called as block of code. Execute means all the lines will be executed. Not executed means none of the line will be executed. So it is called as block of code. Is the point is clear? Now in this we are having the different types of control flow statements. In that the first one is called as if. Now what is if? Here we are going to work based on the condition, and how this condition we are going to write means condition can be based on the comparison operators, logical operators, membership operators or identity operators, because only these operators will give the output as true or false. Assignment operator will assign and arithmetic operators will give you some number. Whereas comparison operator, logical operator, membership and identity operators, these four operators will give either true or false. So now here first I'm going to show the syntax. What is a syntax means? First we have to write if. If is called as a reservoir. And after writing the if, you have to write one condition. As per your requirement, you have to write one condition. And this condition can be based on the comparison, logical, membership or identity operators. You are going to write one condition. And after writing the condition, if the condition is true, the entire block of code will be executed. If the condition is false, the block of code will not be executed. The block of code can consist of minimum one line to infinite number of lines. There is no restriction. Okay. If the condition is true, execute the block of code. If the condition is false, ignore the block of code and go to the next line. Right? Now, let's take an example so that you'll understand very clearly. If, after if, first if. Now, what is this if? If is a reservoir. Sir, how to identify whether it is a reservoir or whether it is a function or whether it is a method? Already in the last class, I have told you. If, for example, you are having like this, a word, what are the word you are having? If the word doesn't have brackets like del, in, and is, okay, and next one is not, And for all of them, brackets are not there. Now coming to the functions, the functions like print function, length function, input function, these are all called as inbuilt functions. Within the Python, they are called as inbuilt functions. Now every inbuilt function will have the bracket. In the bracket, we are going to provide something. So either print means we are going to give the value or variable. Here also we are going to give the value or variable. And here we are going to enter the value. Or we are going to have the list. What is this function means? It is going to convert to list. And we are having int. It is going to convert to int. Right? ID. It is going to give the address. Like this, we are having the various functions. These are all called as functions. Now, next we are having the methods. Now, what is meant by methods? Append, add, update. All these are called as methods or attributes. They are called as methods or attributes. Now, how to differentiate between the function versus a method? Method is also a similar kind of function. Only difference is before to that you are going to have the dot. Without dot you are using, then it is called as function. If you are not using the dot before to that and variable name, what are the variable name is there? If you are not using the variable name, then it is considered as the function only. For example, you are taking the add, s dot add. What is the difference between these two means? This is a normal function, whereas this one is a method. If that method is applicable for s variable, then it is going to apply. For s variable, that method is not there. It is going to throw the attribute error. Simply. Okay, for example, s is equal to, you have taken list dot add. You are asking, it is going to throw the attribute error. For list, add is not there. For tuple dot add, it will throw the error. Set dot add, then it will work. So it will work only for a particular data types. Now, what is the difference between these two means? One is function, one is method. So how to identify the methods means variable name dot function you have to write. Then it is called as method or attribute. Now, here three different things are there. These are all inbuilt. They are all inbuilt. What is meant by inbuilt? Inbuilt means already available in the Python. What you are creating, they are called as user defined. What you are creating is called as user defined. What already available is called as built in. Okay, these are all already available, inbuilt or built in. Inbuilt or built in. Simply, some people will say built in. They are built in within the Python, and some people will say inbuilt. Right? Now, so words are there, functions are there, methods are there. Methods are applicable for only particular data type. Functions are applicable irrespective of data type. Reserved words are used for a particular purpose. One reserved word is used for one purpose. What is the purpose of del means? It is used to delete the object. Whatever the variable is there, the entire object will be deleted. In is used to membership operator. Is to check identity. Not to check with respect to logical operator. And logical operator. Like this, one by one, we are having for different keywords are having the different meanings. In that, one of the keyword is if. What is the meaning of if means? It is used to check the condition. The purpose of creating the if is to check condition. First, you have to write here some condition. Condition can be of your choice. What are the condition you are interested? You can write the choice of condition. I am writing the condition 5 is equal to 5. Now, if the condition is true, after writing the condition, 100% you have to keep the colon. If you don't keep the colon, it is going to throw the syntax error. That is the syntax rule in the Python. If condition colon. And after colon, if you click on the enter button, automatically it gives the tab space. If you don't give the tab space, if you write in the starting itself by removing the tab space, it is going to throw the error like this. Indentation error. What is meant by indentation means tab space. This tab space is called as indentation in Python. And indentation should be used when it belongs to a block. Normal lines of code versus block of code difference how we can identify means by based on the indentation. If indentation is not there means it is a normal line. If indentation is there means it is a block of code. Okay. So in other languages like Java or any other languages will depend on the curly brackets. Curly brackets opens, curly bracket close, where it opens, where it closes, based on that. But in the Python, curly brackets concept is not there. Okay. For opening and closing, simply it depends on the indentation. So now, since the condition is satisfied, it is going to give the indentation. Okay. So indentation error, whatever you are having. So if 5 is equal to 5, whatever the 5 is equal to 5 you are having, if this condition is true, it is going to print the SRK. If the condition is false, for example, the same example I am writing here. Instead of 5 is equal to 5, I am writing 3 is equal to 5. Now condition is false. Now when the condition is false, it is going to throw the, just ignore the if block. It will not throw any kind of error. Simply it will ignore the if block. For example, this is not there. If I execute this one, what is the output of this cell? Assume if this cell is there, I am executing this particular empty cell. What is the output of empty cell means? Nothing will be there. Similarly, if you write this one, nothing will be the output. It will be executed, but nothing will be the output. Because condition was failed means it is simply ignoring the block of code. That entire block is ignored. Right? So only if condition, you can write even only the if condition. It is not compulsory that you have to use if and else or anything else. Simply only if condition. Now if you take this one, see here, if 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2 means condition is true or false. First it will check. Condition is true. Condition is true means print data size, print by SRK. It is going to print like this. Since the condition is true, these 3 lines are executed. If the condition is false, these 3 lines are not executed. Now come to this example. Same example, 1 is less than 2. If the condition is true, what happens? These 2 lines will be executed. If the condition is false, what happens? This block will be ignored. What about this line? This line will work irrespective of condition. It is not dependent on the condition. If the condition is true also, it will work. If the condition is false also, it will work. So if 1 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2 means condition is true or false? It is true. So what it is going to give is data size and by. So this block is executed. Along with that, print SRK. Now for example, this condition is false. Now what happens? If block is ignored. If block means this part is ignored. This is deleted. According to the Python, it is deleted. That is not there. As per the Python in the backend, it is not there. If it is not there, for this cell, what is the output you are going to get? The same output you will get. That is nothing but only SRK. Is the point is clear? If block is ignored means this block is ignored, not this line. Next, coming to this one. Like this, you can take with respect to multiple examples. Right? Just it is going to check the condition. If the condition is true, it will do. Now see here, if 1 is less than 3, 1 is less than 3 only, you have to ask the user to enter the age. For example, 1 is greater than 3, I don't want the user age also. Now condition is true now. Since condition is true, I am writing enter your age. See, input function you can even write inside the if block also. It is not compulsory you have to write outside. So here I am writing the enter your age. I am entering the age as 20. Then automatically B is equal to 35. C is equal to 20 plus 35. Print C, that is 55. Right? Now, first here I am asking the enter the input of enter your name. I am asking the user enter your name. And the user is going to enter the name, and I am going to store that one in a variable called as name. Some name, variable name. Okay. After entering, if the person whatever the name he has entered, if it is equal to SRK, now as one of the student is asking the question, sir, if we run a empty cell, then we can say the cell may not be run. But if we run a cell, then it will throw the error. Then the cell executes because the left side that particular cell number is not showing. It is like, no, Simple, it is going to ignore the block of code. To understand in a simple way, I'm saying to ignore the block of code. It will just ignore the block. Block means like this. This part is removed. Is the point is clear? Now, so here if the name is equal to SRK, okay, if the name is equal to SRK, in that case, print, okay, how are you? Print, hi, hi, and name of the person. Okay, now I'm writing like this, hi, name, and this one I'm executing. First line will be executed. What is the first line is input of enter your name. And what is the name I'm entering here is Siva. Now tell me, Siva is equal to SRK? No. Then what happens? This part will be ignored. Simply it will ignore. Then what is the output you are going to get means nothing. Because this part is not there now. Only this line was executed. This part is ignored by the Python. Ignored. Now I'm going to enter the caps lock SRK. Whether caps lock SRK is equal to small SRK? No. It is just ignoring. Now when I have written the small SRK, since both of them are same, it is going to give the high SRK. Condition satisfied, so it is working. Condition not satisfied, it is ignoring. Simple. Okay. Now, next coming to this one, here block of code. These are all belongs to if block. But this line doesn't belongs to if block. It works irrespective of the condition. If the condition is true also it will work. If the condition false also it will work. That particular line, normal lines will work irrespective of condition. Okay. Now, coming to the next example, here I want to check the two conditions. Now tell me what is the output of this one. X is equal to 9. X is greater than 0. What is X is greater than 0 means 9 is greater than 0. First one is true. And 9 is greater than 10. False. True and false. What is the overall output? It is false. When overall output is false, whether the if block will work? No. Now if I execute this cell, what is the answer guys? Only SRK. Means this part is ignored. These three lines are ignored by the Python. First line will be executed and last line will be executed. Okay. And in between whatever is there, that will be ignored by the Python and it is going to give only SRK as the output. For example, this one also I am writing here X is less than 10. First condition is true. Second condition also true. True and true means overall output is true. Since overall output is true, these two lines also will be executed. That is data science Python. And along with that, SRK also will be executed. Is the points are clear now? If condition is clear now? Now coming to the second one called as if and else. Now what is first else? Okay. What is meant by else? Else means if. What is the meaning of else? First let us understand. The meaning of else. The meaning of else is nothing but if above condition failed. If above condition failed, execute automatically is called as else. That is the meaning of else. If above condition failed, execute automatically. Now, first above condition has to fail. If fail only, it has to execute automatically. If above condition is successful, not this one. So, for example, you are having plan A and plan B. When you are going to execute the plan B? When the plan A fails. For example, your plan A is successful, still you will execute plan B? No, no. Same way, in the conditional statements, any one block only will be executed, not both the blocks. If block is executed means else will be ignored. If is ignored means else will be executed. Any one. Okay. So what is the meaning of else means if above condition failed. Above should be failed first. Above is not failed means else only will not work. Now here A, B, C, D is equal to 2, 2, 3, 4. Now A is equal to B. Now what is A is equal to B means yes, condition satisfied. That is 2 is equal to 2, true. And C is not equal to D. What is the C value? 3. D value is 4. C is not equal to D means that is also true. True and true. Output is true. Since overall output is true, now if block will be executed or not? Yes. If block will be executed. Inside the if block, what is there? ABC. So ABC will be printed. Now what about the else part? Else part will not execute. Because else you have to see means first if has to fail. You have to go to plan B means first plan A has to fail. Without plan A failing, no need of thinking of plan B. No need to execute plan B. We'll write that one. We'll keep in the mind. Plan A will keep, plan B also, both are in our mind only. In our brain, both are there. But when will you execute the plan B? When plan A fails only. So the same way here also, it is going to have first ABC will be printed and else part will be ignored. And it is going to print the SRK commonly. ABC and along with the SRK. Right? Now, coming to this example. A comma B comma C comma D is equal to 2 comma this one on same example. First condition is true, second condition is false. True and false means overall output is false. Since if block is false, automatically it will be ignore the if block. Now come to the else part will be executed. What is the output you are going to get means DEF and along with the SRK common. Now see here, I'm going to have the some program like this where you have to enter the UPI pin number. If you have correctly entered the UPI pin number, transaction successful. If the UPI pin number you have entered wrongly, it has to show that error as wrong pin entered. When you are trying to pay with your phone pay or Google Pay or something, it will show that wrong pin. And it will ask one more time to enter. So I am writing here, original pin is 123456. Now first ask the user to enter the pin number. And the user is going to enter 345678. Now, if the pin is equal to original, what are I am entering here? And this is equal to original pin, whether both are same means no. Since both of them are not same, it is going to say that wrong pin entered. If, for example, I have entered the correct pin, 123456, correct pin was entered, transaction is successful. Is the point is clear, guys? Now, similarly, marks also. Student marks. So, if the student marks is greater than 70, then you have to say it is qualified. If the student marks is less than 70%, you have to say it is as a failed. You are not qualified. Okay. So, what is the marks I am going to enter means 56. And since it is less than 70, failed. You are not qualified. Okay. You are not qualified. It is going to give like this. So, for example, I have entered 65. You have not qualified. For example, you got 75. You are qualified. Is the point is clear? Next concept. If is completed, else is completed. Sir, can I use now two things I have told you. First one is only if. This is one concept. Second concept I told you along with the if and else. Now you will get a question. Sir, can we use only else without using if? Is that possible? Means not possible. Why? Because what is the meaning of else I told you? Else means if above condition is failed. Above condition has to fail now. Where is above condition first? Else meaning only that one now. Else you have to use means obviously if has to be used 100%. Without using the if, we can't go with the else. Next, coming to the next one is called as elif. Next concept is called as elif. Now, here first let us understand what is the meaning of elif. What is the meaning of elif? Elif means if above condition fail. Already I told you. What I told you earlier, else, what is the statement you have written for else? If above condition is false or is failed. If the above condition is false, then execute automatically is called as else. But here, EL only is common. After EL, if also is there. What is meant by if? Check the condition. So it is a combination of both of them. So if the above condition is false, check the new condition. Check new condition. That is the meaning of elif. Here one more time you have to write the condition. Wherever the if 4 comes, side one condition you have to write. Sir, for else we no need to write conditional, no need to write. Else we have to write simply else and colon. Else means automatically execute. Okay, if the above condition fails, what is the difference? Observe this one. I'm copying this one. Else, what are the else is there? And also I'm writing here if. What is the meaning of if means? If condition is true, if condition is true, execute block of code. Execute the block of code. Block. Execute the block. If condition is true, execute the block. That is the meaning of if. Now, else means if above condition is false, failed or is false. If the above condition is false, execute automatically. No need to do anything. Automatically execute. By default, execute. Elif means if above condition is false, check the new condition. I'm writing one more condition. Now, what is the meaning of this? So, for example, now I want to go to my hometown. Okay, during the Dussehra holidays, I want to go to my hometown. Now, for going to hometown during the holidays, I want to go in the something. If none of the ticket is available, what are the choices are there for me? If none of them is available, then in the least case, I will go with the train general ticket. Now, for me, some order is there. First, this one, followed by this one, followed by this one. If none of them is available, automatically by default, I will go in the train general ticket. Assume this is the case. First, I'm going to start with the first condition. What is my first condition is AC sleeper. Whether AC sleeper tickets are available or not, first I'll see. That is bus, AC bus sleeper. This is condition number one. First I'll check that one. Assume all the tickets are filled. Tickets are completed. Bus tickets are not there. Next, elif. I will write the L. Elif means when it will come to L, next step, if above condition is failed only. If the above condition, first time only, for me, seater is available. Bus, what are the bus is available? Bus sleeper. Okay, AC bus sleeper. If this is available, then why I have to go to the next option? Then no need to think of second option also, na? Then no need of elif or nothing. No need of elif or nothing. If here only it is satisfied, remaining things I will not even check also. How many options are there? None of the option I will check. When I will check the second option, means if the above condition is failed. Above condition is failed means then I will check the AC bus seater. Now this is also failed. This is also not available. Elif. Then above condition is failed. Above condition means for this above condition is this one. If this is also failed, then I will check with the AC train. This is also failed. I am going to check with respect to non-AC bus. Something. And sir, for example, you have written only ifs and ellipse, sir. You have checked all the options, sir. Now, none of the option is satisfied. This is not there. If this is there, means here only I will satisfy. I will not check next one. This is not there. Next, what I am going to do? This one. For example, this is available. Should I check these two? No need. If this is also not satisfied. Now, it will come to this portion. Now, this is also not available. This is also not available. Here, you are not writing the else. There is no else part is there. Only if and elif is there. You have checked the condition one. You have checked the condition. All the conditions fail. Now what I am going to do is sit in the home. Don't go. Sit like that. That is the meaning. Else, if everything fail also, finally I want to go means train general ticket also I will take. Then I will write like this. This is automatically executes. If else is not there, sir, if else is not there, assume else condition is not there. Then if all the conditions fails, what is the final thing you are going to do means I'll sit. In Python, what it will do means it will ignore. All the blocks are ignored, nothing will be the output. This entire cell will be executed, but nothing will be the output because all the conditions are failed. So what is the meaning of elif means if above condition failed, check the new condition. Whenever the if comes, condition should be there. If is there means condition should be there. L means above fail. Above fail condition. Above fail condition. What condition now? New condition. So see here, first 1 is less than 5. This one. Condition is true or false? True. True. A is equal to 50 and print a plus 10. That is 50 plus 10. What is a 50 plus 10? 60. Okay. Since if block is executed, now I have to check the condition too. No need. Why? Because EL meaning only above is failed. Above is not failed now. Then no need to check this one. Simply answer is 60. Is the point is clear? Now here, sir, marks is equal to, I am asking the user to enter the marks. The marks are 90.8. He got 90.8 marks. Okay. Now, since I have written here eval, automatically it will take the float value or int value accordingly. Now, marks are greater than 90, grade A. Now, what is the output I am going to get? Grade A. Sir, if marks are greater than 70, 90.8 is greater than 70 also, right? This one also satisfied, this one also satisfied now. Then grade B also it has to print now. Why it will not print grade B, only grade A? Because it has to come to this position, means first above condition has to fail. Above condition is not failed, then why it will check the second condition? It will not even check also. It will not even check, simply it will ignore. And you are going to get the output like this, simply grade A. So though your condition was satisfied the multiple times, for example, here you are writing 80 and you are writing in terms of one more ellipse. Sir, like that, how many ellipses I can write? One if is compulsory. One if is you are going to write. After that, else is your choice. If you have to write else means only one. How many else are possible means only one. How many ellipses are possible means 0 to infinity. No restriction. 0 also can be there. So in the above examples, is there ellipse? In this example, ellipse is there? No, no. Ellipse is not compulsory. And what about the else? Else also not compulsory. Now, whether you can take 0 or 1. If you have to write else means only one is possible. Multiple else are not possible. Multiple ellipses are possible, not else. Only one. Either 0 or 1. And directly, sir, can I start with the directly ellipse only without using the if? Can I start directly with ellipse? No, because L means above condition failed now. L mode is meaning only that one. So above condition without that one, how you can start direct ellipse? So 100% if only is the starting. For this concept, if is the starting. 100% you have to use if. You have to use ellipse or else means 100% you have to use the if. Is the points are clear? Now, tell me what is the output of this. For example, I am writing here 70 and here I am writing C. Ellipse. The order is first one is if. For example, if you are writing one condition, after condition else, after that you are writing ellipse. Right? Done. Assume this is the order. First this condition is failed. Okay. Condition is failed means else part will be executed automatically. After executing automatically, why to check again condition? Automatically executed now. What is the meaning of ellipse? Above condition failed. Above already executed now. Above already executed means what is the use of writing ellipse? Never it will get the ellipse, right? So what is the use? If you write also, what is the use? There is no use. Because it will execute automatically, right? Executed automatically means automatically it is meaning is true only now. So condition is not failed. Above condition is not failed now. So what is the order you have to use means if, ellipse and else. So what are the possibilities are there? What are the multiple possibilities are there in this example means only if you can write, that is possibility 1. Along with the if you can add ellipse, this is possibility 2. Along with the if you can add else, this is possibility 3. Along with the if you can add ellipse and else, this is possibility 4. That is the possibilities. and multiple ellipse you can add. There is no restriction on the multiple ellipse. And last possibility is nested if, means within the if one more condition. Within the condition one more condition is called as nested, right? And so let's see this example. Now tell me guys, if this is the case and I'm entering here 95 or 96. Now tell me what is the output. Grade A. It will not even check second one. It will not even check the third one. This one. Now if I write here 84. Condition 1 was failed. So it is checking the condition 2. Condition 2 was successful. So it will not go with the down part. Answer is grade B. For example, if I write here 46 or 45. Automatically 3 conditions are failed. So it is going to be failed. Is the points are clear? Next. Now, so they are going to ask a question. Write the program to print the grades of the student. And if the marks is greater than 90 as grade A, if marks are greater than 70, grade B is fail. So you are going to, based on this question, first, what is the first step? Write the program to print the grade of the student. Grade of the student means first you have to ask marks of the student. So for that, we are going to use the input of enter the marks. Now in our brain, we have to think marks can be decimal possible or not possible. Decimal values are also possible. One test is not having means all the tests will not have a. So mark, this test may be negative marks also is there. Who knows? So marks overall decimal values are also possible. Even negative values are also possible. Negative marks are also possible. If negative marking is there, for example, let's have this Saturday, upcoming Saturday, next Saturday, by that time core Python will be completed and we'll also enter into the modules. And the next Saturday you are having the test. In the test, I'm going to conduct the total 30 questions I'm going to give you, or in terms of 50 questions. Okay, each question carries, correct marks carries 2 marks. Every correct answer gives 2 marks and wrong answer will have with respect to minus 5 marks. Okay, assume, example. Okay, whether I'll do or not, that we'll discuss later. Example. Okay, now the student has done with respect to all the 50 questions wrong only. Then what is the marks they are going to get? Minus 250. If everything correct also maximum 100. So the range is minus 250 to plus 100. Or I have given with the correct answer with 2 marks. Wrong answer is 0.5. Now points also possible now. Some questions will be wrong answer 0.5. So here you have to think in that way. Whether you have to use the Avola input, I mean inter, float or something, whatever it is. And according to that we have to write. And here I am writing the marks. And marks of the student, what is the question was given is if the marks is greater than 90, then print grade A. Print grade A grade. Next, if marks greater than 70, I'm going to print the grade B grade. So just based on the given question, we are going to write the answers like this. And else fail. So you are going to write here else in terms of print fail. Okay. So according to the given question, I'm writing the things one by one. Is the points are clear now? Next, now you have to write a program to print the warning if the person is crossing more than 100 kgs. Crossing 100 kgs. That is the question. So first, here you are going to write eval input of enter your weight in the kgs. For example, if the person has entered 75, nothing will be done. Because as per this program, nothing will be done. For example, if the person has entered the weight more than 100 only, in that case only it has to work. For example, 101. Hey, you already crossed 100 kgs. Be careful. Right? Now, and just write a program to explain the students. If they are doing the on time the task every day, you will get the job. Otherwise, SRK is not responsible for your career. Write a program for that. So just we are going to ask the user input of, okay, are you completing task? Are you completing task? All the task till now, or have you completed all tasks which were shared till now, which were shared, okay, which were shared till now, okay, in bracket either yes or no. Tell me only one, no need of story. If not completed, sir, due to this one, sir, I went outside, sir, that one, I don't want story. Yes or no, only one shot. Completed means completed, not completed means not completed. I have written like that. This is my requirement. Okay, I ask the student to respond whether have you completed the task till now or not, yes or no. If the student has entered yes, if the response is equal to yes, then you are doing good, continue the same. Continue the same. Or second one, there is a high possibility, you will get a job. Else SRK is not responsible for you, for your career. Now just ask the user to enter whether the whatever we are having, okay. So now either the user is going to enter yes, or either the user is going to enter no. If the student has entered yes, means there is a high possibility you will get a job. If the user has entered no, sir, I have not done, sir, something, I'm not responsible for you. Simple. That is your choice. I'm not going to say something, nothing like that. Okay. Since it is class now, I can't write so many things. Otherwise, I will write like this. You stupid. First go and do the task. I will print like that. Generally, if I have created some app or something, in that if I ask the students to enter miss, I will write like that. But here I can't like that now. So just I'm saying that I'm not responsible for your career. You are enjoying miss, enjoy. For example, the student has entered in differently. He has not even entered this one or this one. He has entered in terms of in a different way. Okay. So for example, here I'm writing a elif response is equal to no. If the response is equal to no, then this one. Else, instead of entering the yes or no, he has entered separately, anything specially he has entered. First read the question properly, read the question properly, or learn the English language first. Okay. Read the question properly and answer the question. He has entered this and either yes or no, he has entered something. Have you completed all the tasks which were shared till now, miss? Not done, or something, or not feeling well, no time for me, something has entered. Then I'm going to enter here response is equal to no. Spelling of response. Okay. For example, the person has entered no time. Read the question properly. I ask only yes or no. No time, that story, this story, I'm not asking. Yes or no. right? Something we'll write like this as per the requirement. Completely based on your requirement, we'll write the programs. Is the points are clear now? Done. Next, here, for example, in this example, how many tasks are completed? Either enter 0, 1, 2, whatever the number. Okay. If the student has entered 0 miss, I am not responsible for your job. If the student has entered 1 task miss, make sure other tasks also completed on time. You have completed 2 tasks miss, good. And else miss, read the question properly. Completely based on your requirement. If and ellipse and else, whatever the way you want, you can use. Now, next example, we are going to have in terms of nested if. Now, what is meant by nested if? Nested if means within the if, one more if is called as nested if. Within the if, one more if. How we are having the nested list, nested tuple and nested dictionary in the same way, nested. Okay, nested set is not possible. Okay, so now nested if, within the if, one more if. So first I'm going to check the condition. Now can you observe here clearly? Here if two ifs are there, two else are there. Which if will belongs to which else means which are having on the same indentation, those belongs to one category. So this if and this else belongs to one category. This if and this else belongs to one category. And for example, if the condition is satisfied means this entire block will be executed. Inside what is that? Secondary. That block will be executed. For example, condition is failed means this entire block will be failed and this part will be executed. Now let's see first condition is failed. So let's try write one condition here, which is condition is failed. 1 is greater than 3. 1 is greater than 3 means what happens? This entire block will be ignored. Inside that if is there, inside that else is there, forget about everything. Block is failed. Entire block is deleted. Now what is the else part you are having? DS. So what is the output of this one is? Only DS. The above complete if block is failed. Now if the condition is true, now what happens? This block will be executed. Inside the block, if is there means if will be executed. Inside the block, if print is there means print will be executed. Inside the block, input is there means input will be executed. Whatever is there inside, it will be executed. Now inside this, 2 is greater than 3. Condition is true? No. Now block is ignored. Which block? If block. Which if block? Inner if block. This part is ignored. Now for this if block, this is the else part. Now what is the output you are going to get in this example? Python. Simple. Is the point is clear? Now, sir, what is the application? Sir, can't we write directly two conditions in the if itself as a logical operator? 100%. Directly in the logical operator apply and you can use there itself. Now, what is the use of nested if then? Logical operator is there not? Two conditions to check at a time. Logical operator is there, right? Then what is the use of nested if? Let's take an example. Let's take an example of ATM. You have inserted the ATM card in the ATM machine. Okay. And what are the debit card you have entered? First, it will store the PIN number. What are the PIN number of your original PIN number? It is going to store. And also it is going to store the balance. Assume, let's take an example. It is taking your account balance of 50,000 something. Okay. Now, first, here it is asking the user to enter the PIN number. Okay. Ask the user to enter the PIN number. Input of enter the ATM PIN number. And what are the PIN number is there? It cannot be float. Obviously, it will be the int only. So I'm writing here int. Even if you write eval also not a problem, but more precisely, it is int only. So here the user is going to enter the some PIN number. So I'm going to write here entered PIN. That one is entered PIN. I'm giving some variable name called as entered PIN. Now, if entered PIN, what are the user has entered? Entered PIN is equal to original PIN. In that case, it has to do something. Else. What is the else I want to write is print invalid PIN. I'm writing the entered invalid PIN. Now, if the user has entered correctly, what he has to do? If the user has entered correctly, it has to ask how much amount you want to withdraw. Withdraw amount. Example purpose I'm writing, guys. It is not only withdraw, you can get multiple things. Just as an example purpose I'm showing. Ask the user to enter the withdrawal amount. How much amount you want to withdraw. Amount to withdraw. Okay, how much amount you want to withdraw. And that one also I'm going to store in the int only, because he is not going to enter the float value and you are not going to get any paisa from the ATM machine. Okay. Now, if the person, what are the person has entered? Okay. The person has entered what are the withdraw amount. If the withdraw amount is less than the balance amount, in that case, it has to execute. In that case, it has to execute print transaction successful. Okay. Else it has to say insufficient balance. Insufficient balance. It has to print as insufficient balance. I'm writing something program like this. Now see here. Now I can write both the conditions at a time in the single one. No, because first it has to ask the user to enter the PIN number. If the PIN number is satisfied only, then only next screen you have to get. In the next screen, it will ask the with respect to enter the withdrawal amount. That is separate screen. When it is in the subscribe screen, I am going to write in the separate if block. In the same screen is there. For example, the user has to enter the PIN number, withdrawal amount in the same thing. Okay. For example, assume that your screen is like this. In the screen, it is asking here you enter the ATM PIN number. Here you enter the what are the withdraw amount you want. If it is asking like this, then I'm going to write in the single if only both the conditions to check simultaneously. In that example. For example, ATM PIN is separate. Here it is asking to enter ATM PIN. In the next slide, it is showing for me how much amount you want to withdraw. So this is I'm writing in the separate block. This one has to be stored in the separate block. Okay, is the point is clear? Now in this example, I'm going to ask first. Okay, I'm going to enter the PIN number. My PIN number is 3456. It is directly saying invalid PIN. It is not even checking the enter inside the if block is there, inside this one is there, nothing. Since this block is ignored, directly this one. Now while writing the code, if you understand while writing the code, did I have written this one first or this one first? So first I have completed this if and this else, because I know these two are working simultaneously. If this is failed, if this is satisfied, it will fail. If this is failed, it will work automatically. So first I have written these two. Later, if the condition satisfied, what it has to do. So you no need to write the steps of lines of code in the sequential order. And particularly in the interview, remember this one. In the interview, if anyone interviewer is asking the question and you are writing perfectly in the sequential order, line by line you are writing perfectly, then only the interviewer will get the doubt that you are by hearting. And when this is possible means when you know already that question. For example, one question is there. For example, print the grade, marks of the grade, this one like this, something. Then you are going to write perfectly in the sequential order. For example, first time you are listening to the question. You don't know that question. You have not practiced that question. You know only if and else concept, but you have not done. So first time only you are not going to get the perfectly like that. So first you are going to write based on the if some condition. Again you are going to modify. Again you will do like this. So none of the person is going to write everything in the perfect sequential order. When it will be possible means when you know the question before itself and you have practiced that question and you have by hearted that question, then only it is possible. Otherwise it is not possible. Even interviewer will observe that one. In what way you are writing, what logic you are applying, how you are applying your logic. So first, some ATM machines will ask the how much amount you want to withdraw. At the last, it will ask the enter the PIN number. If that is the case, you have to do in terms of first you have to ask the user to enter the how much amount you want to withdraw. Sir, for example, one more example. This only let us complete this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have entered correct PIN number. So since I have entered correct PIN number, it is asking the withdrawal amount, and I am entering the withdrawal amount of 20,000 and transaction successful. Sir, for example, there is an options. Press 1 for this, press 2 for this, like that is there. Then how you are going to do that one? So I am writing here first print. Please select your option. Select your option. Okay, select your option. Option 1 for addition. Option 2 for subtraction. Option 3. Option 2 for subtraction. Okay. Option 3 for multiplication. I will ask the user to enter. Select your option. Option 1, option 2, option 3 and enter. And I will say also clearly and enter either 1 or 2 or 3. Like this I'll ask. Then automatically from this the user is going to enter the number either 1 or either 2 or 3. Now here I'm writing the condition. If the user has selected, okay, if first I'm going to ask the user to input the selection. So enter your option either 1, 2, 3. Either 1, 2, 3. And here I'm going to remove this one. One is for this one, this one, this one. And he's going to enter either of this and int of. I'm going to keep in this one in the int of. And this one I'm going to store in the option, the word called as option. Now, if the option, whatever the option was selected is equal to 1, you have to do inside the multiplication, addition. If the option was selected with respect to 2, you have to do the, if option is equal to 2. Then in that case, you have to do the subtraction. If option was selected 3, if option is equal to 3, you have to do the multiplication. And finally, if the option he has not entered out of these 3, else you are going to print the invalid option. If he has not entered either 1, 2, 3, you are going to say invalid option. Now, so here first you are going to ask the user to enter the numbers. First I'm asking the user to enter the number 1. Num1 is equal to input of enter the number. Input of enter the number. For your first number, enter the first number. Okay, I'm asking the user to enter the first number. And this one I'm writing in the eval. He may enter float value, he may enter int value. Similarly, I'm asking the user to enter the second number, number 2. First number and second number. And after that, I'll ask this one. Now, for example, he has selected this one. I'm going to print the output of addition of 2 numbers. I'm going to print like this. Addition of 2 numbers is, okay, is a num1 plus num2. Num1 plus num2. For example, he has selected 2. Subtraction of 2 numbers is he has selected 3, multiplication of 2 numbers. Okay, addition of 2 numbers. Similarly, next one is subtraction of 2 numbers. That is num1 minus num2. And third one is in terms of multiplication of 2 numbers. Is num1 into num2. I like this. I'm going to write the program. Now, once I have done the program, it is asking first enter the number. First number, I'm entering the first number as 24. Second number, I'm entering as 5. Select your option. Option 1 for addition. Option 2 subtraction. Option 3 multiplication. Enter the option either 1, 2, 3. I'm selecting the option called as 2. Then what it is going to give? Subtraction. Now subtraction of 2 numbers is 19. Just as per my requirement. Okay, ask the tell the user what are the options are there. Tell the user, he will enter. So if you remember, if you call to the customer care, they say select 1 for this, select 2 for this, all these things now. And one you have selected, again it will be redirected in the backend. If and else only will be there. If and else. If you have selected plus 1, it will redirect to that one. If you select 2, it will redirect to that one. The program was written like that. In the backend, ifs and ellipse will be there. Is the points are clear? Now, based on this, same thing. Now you have to do the assignment. First, before doing the assignment, task. Okay. Once again, I'm repeating this one. What is the order you have to follow? After the class, if you have to understand the concepts very clearly, miss, follow this one. Okay. First, in the class, write the notes. In the class, focus and write the running notes. In the class, focus and write the running notes. Here you are going to learn and you are going to understand the concepts. Learn and understand concepts. What are the concepts I am explaining? Concepts. Okay. After this is completed, once this is completed, now you have to go and do the revision. Revision means as it is whatever I have explained, same programs. Not changing a different program, same programs as it is. Same programs as it is. Now, after that, now do the practice. Practice means try different examples. For that different examples, how you can get that different examples means this one. For example, while writing this one, here I have written the, if this is the case, what happens? If this is the case, if here it is not equal to is there, what happens? If here greater than symbol is there, means what happens? In this only I will modify something. And if I do one small modification also, I will get one error sometimes. And I will understand what is that. So that modifications, we call it as practice. We are going to try with the different examples. Within the same examples, I will modify something. Sir, if this is there like this, what happens? If I write like this, what happens? If I bring this one to front, what happens? If I bring this one to last, what happens? If I write in this order, what happens? Our mind will say something, some questions now. That all the questions I will practice. Okay. And after this practice, for example, if you want some task, I'm going to share the task. Complete the task. Now, once you have practiced and completed, now you are going to test your knowledge. That is, you are going to apply your, after your practice, apply by using the task. What are the tasks I am sharing? Do the task. And once the tasks are also completed, now you will feel that you have understood the topic very clearly. Whenever you feel the topic is clear, test yourself now. How to test yourself? Two options are there. Option number 1 is assignment. I'm going to share you one assignment. Apart from your task, assignment separately I'm going to share. Task is for practice purpose and for doing application purpose. Assignment is to test your knowledge. This is called testing. I'm saying clearly, assignment is for testing. Okay. If you want, instead of the word assignment, I will write the test. Folder name also test only. Okay. In the test, questions will be available. Now test your knowledge, whether you have understood or not. I'm going to give you the test questions. This is for testing your knowledge. Once you have completed everything, if you feel that topic is very clear for me, test that one. At the same time, you can also test yourself by taking some interview questions. So from where I can get that interview questions? Just type in the Google, the interview questions. How you have to type in the Google means like this. Interview questions. Interview questions. Okay. On. If you type just interview questions on Python means you will get overall Python. Here I don't want overall Python. I want based on the if and else. So based on the if and else. Interview questions on if and else in the Python. Now then topic wise interview questions you will get. In the topic only interview questions you will get. Just you have to write here topic. For example, you want to check the interview questions on the list. Type here only list. If you write only Python, overall Python you will get. Topic wise, list, tuple, set, dictionary, like this you write separately. Okay. This is one way to test interview questions. Second, directly you can take the Microsoft questions. Sir, how I can take the Microsoft questions? Certification questions, sample Microsoft questions. From where I can get? Just here I'm typing in front of you only in the Google, Microsoft questions in Python. Microsoft certification questions in Python. Just I have typed in the Google like this. Now once I have clicked on, now I'm going to get this one. Okay. Now, so there is an option, that is the certification code 98-381. What is this one? Means certification code of Microsoft. Now here you will have the questions, and which are the questions I have already completed, those questions I will go. For example, this one, def I have not completed now. Def word we have not discussed till now. So ignore this question. Which are the questions are completed by us? Okay. So for example, this one, this question was completed. Now just answer this question. Read the question clearly and try to answer. Is the point is clear? Now, like this, next, this one. This question was not completed. While is not completed, for is not completed, break is not completed. So you can't answer this one. Sir, if is completed, no sir. No, every topic has to be completed. Then only go to that question. Okay. Now, like this, you check the next questions, multiple questions. If this website is completed, come to the next website. Is the first website is designed by the Goda? No, na. In the first website, we are getting 100 out of 100 miss? No, right? Go to the next website. That was not designed. And tomorrow interviewer is not going to ask only from the first website only. Interview questions of first website, if you learn means, you'll not get that one. Okay. And I'm going to conduct the test. This, as I've told you earlier itself. And I think earlier you have taken any test till now? No. So you are going to have the first test on this Monday. Your first test is going to be on Monday. Okay. Monday, instead of general class, you will have the test. And that test, whatever the test I am going to conduct here, whenever I say the test, okay, don't ask the questions. Only syllabus is fixed. Whenever there is a test, syllabus is fixed. What are the syllabus is there? Syllabus is fixed. What is the syllabus is? Till today. That is locked. Every time answer is same. After 10 days, if I conduct the test, what is the syllabus? Till today. Okay. After 1 month, if I conduct the test, what is the syllabus? Till today. That is answer is fixed. What are the question? Answer is fixed. Okay. And every time from starting, don't think that only these particular topics are included. From starting to till today, this is fixed. Sir, after 2 months, if you conduct from the starting day 1 class, variables to till that day. Whenever I conduct from the day 1 to that day, you will understand the reason later. Okay, that concept is called as cross validation, and you will understand later. Syllabus is fixed. Now questions. Questions would be, what is the questions? Whether it is a MCQ, sir, or filling the blanks, or theory questions. I mean, in the interview, they'll ask some theory questions, that type of questions, or coding questions. Which one? Means combination of everything. Maybe anything. Anything can be there. I also don't know, unless I create the question paper. Till that minute, I also don't know. What I will write, I also don't know. Can you say that in the interview room, these people will ask these questions only? Can you confirm anything? Same way. It can be anything. I may ask code also, I may ask theory also, I may ask anything also. Related to that topic, anything can be asked. But that topic is locked. So from the starting to till today, whatever the things, today's class was not completed yet. We have to complete one more topic. After 10 minutes break, we'll start the next. Okay. One more topic also we'll complete. That is called as while loops. Right. And till today, whatever we have completed, you are having on the Monday exam. Okay. And I'm going to upload for you the task and along with the assignment question also. Now the point here to be noted is, while testing, test questions are nothing but assignment. What are the assignment I am going to share now? These test questions, interview questions, Microsoft questions. 3 options are there to test yourself. Now I am going to share you the task. I am going to share you the assignment, both of them. Yes, this coming Monday, day after tomorrow. Okay, date is 30th September 2024. Test is. Okay. Now, when I'm conducting the test, that is assignment, I'm going to share you the assignment. Now, what are the assignment I'm going to share? This, 1 minute. This is the assignment question. Now, sir, what are the assignment I'm sharing? This is for testing you. Finally, you have to do this one. No, sir. Since you have shared the question, no, sir, I will directly practice on the assignment question only, sir. Miss, the answer is called as, at the end, confusion, or I have not understood the topics properly, something. Guys, remember, you are entering into the examination hall. Miss, first you are preparing the concepts, and after clear the concepts, then you will enter into the examination hall. In the examination hall, after seeing the question paper, we will not do the preparation according to the question paper. Na? Preparation is as per the question paper. Or preparation is after preparing, testing you. Which one is the order? This is like question paper. After seeing the question paper, I will practice, miss. Then temporarily that answers you will get very high marks because you are doing on the same question paper. Na? So obviously you will get very high marks. But in the reality, nothing will be there. You have to feel yourself that I have completed the test and I have got 80%, 90% marks. But into the reality, once you enter into the interview room, you will fail. Because we should not prepare the questions, or we should not practice on the question paper. That has to be done separately. Is the points are clear? Now, first I am going to share you the task. Like similarly how I have shared earlier. In the similar way, I am going to share you the task. 1 minute. So based on the if and else, I am going to share you the task. First complete all these questions. Once you are clear, everything is okay, then go to the finally that one. And what is that question is? BMI calculator. Here I am just typing in the Google BMI calculator. And once I calculate here BMI calculator, here it is asking the user to enter 2 options it is giving. One is standard, second one is called as metric. First, let us go into the standard one, followed by metric one. In the standard, it is asking the user to enter the height, your height in feet. So here I have to enter only the feet, not the inches. 5 feet. inches, 10 inches. And it is asking the user to enter the weight in pounds. So I'm entering the weight in pounds, something like this. And compute the BMI. And it is computing the BMI as 18.7. Now how? How it is working? What is the backend code in this? That is the requirement. So for that, I have clearly given the question like this. Okay. So first ask the user to enter the weight in kgs and store that one in a variable. Next, ask the user to enter the height either in F or M. F means feet, M means meters. For example, he has entered F letter. Out of F and M, he has entered third letter, means it has to show as invalid. Invalid entry. Now F and M. Now what are the F you are having? If the user has entered F letter, then it has to ask the user to enter the feet and inches separately. How much feet? How many inches? Now if the user has entered M, either he will enter F or M now. If F is entered, means ask the user to enter the feet and inches. If the user has entered M, means ask the user to enter the height in meters. Now whatever the way the user has entered, either feet or inches, first convert that one into the meters finally and apply the BMI formula. And based on that, if the BMI value is less than 18.5, you have to tell as underweight, 18.5 to 25 normal, and 25 to 30 overweight, and more than 30 very overweight. Write the program for this. Is the point is clear? And when you have to do this one, after revision, I told you the order. This is the order which you have to do. No, sir, I will not do all these things, sir. Directly I will open the assignment only and I will do, sir. Enjoy. I am not going to stop you. Later you will find the difficulty. As of now, you are thinking something now. You will not understand the further things, what will happen. I told you the order. No, sir, I will not follow, miss. That is your choice. What I can do. Purely your choice. Right? Then at the end, for example, while doing this one, you will get some doubt. Because directly you are writing the question paper, taking the question paper and you are practicing. Na? You have not studied anything. Directly you have taken the examination hall question paper. Now you are writing the answers. While writing the answers, you will get one question. Miss one of the question you will not understand. Generally what we'll do in the examination hall if you don't know, we'll copy from others to get the better marks. Here also, if the student doesn't understand something, he will ask others or mentors or someone, and finally successfully he will complete. Exam will be completed. After completing the exam, he will get 100 out of 100. Now what he will feel internally, I am an extraordinary student. But what is the actual matter? What is the actual matter? You understood, right? Though in the exam 100 out of 100 you have got also by copying from others, what you will get? You are very expert in copying in the exams. Now, okay, you got extraordinary gold medal in the by copying, by keeping the slips, or by bringing the textbook into the class. Something. Okay, gold medal done. Now, are you going to start any company? No. Are you going to get any job? No. What is the use then? What is the use then? To get satisfied, self-satisfaction. I got this many marks. At that time, you will get a self-satisfaction. We will show to our parents and I will say that I got these many marks. But internally, we know now how many marks ours and how many marks by copying. Right? Now, you want others' marks also, you want to project yourself that as your marks. Other marks you want to project yourself, miss. Others' marks also, my marks only you want to project, miss. Copy. No, sir, my marks only, my marks. Others' marks is not my marks, miss. Don't copy. Choice is yours. Whatever the way you want, you do accordingly. Okay? According to me, from my perspective, exam is testing my knowledge. In what situation I am there. Today I may get 0 out of 100. For me, no problem. What happens if I get 0 out of 100? Okay, sir will say in front of others, you got 0. What happens? With the same, sir, I want to say next exam 100 out of 100. That should be intention. How many exams will copy? How many things we'll do like that? And how many times we'll get successful in the life? In the job or in the interview or in the business or wherever it is. Right? Is the points are clear? Sir, copy and asking others, your friends also is called as copy only. Copy means not only in the examination hall showing the answer sheet and writing, that one only is not copy. If you ask your friend, it is also called as copy. If you are doing on your own only, it is called as something. You will get errors. Try on your own. How to rectify that? Is the points are clear, guys? Everything is clear now? Now, Monday exam also. Monday, what are the exam I am going to keep? Your first exam. Okay, in the class, you are going to sit side by side like this only. Okay, there is an option for you to copy also. And online students, I'm going to share the answer question paper in the online, and they are going to take from the home only. Whether they also can copy. I'm not seeing them now. At least I can see your face. I can't see their face also. Then, if you got 100 out of 100 on the Monday exam, I'm going to give anything for you. Nobel Prize. Forget about Nobel Prize. 1 rupee chocolate also I will not give. Then, what is the use? If you get 100 out of 100 by copying or something, what is the use? So, if you get correct exact marks what you are having, you'll understand, okay, this is my knowledge. Here I'm lagging. These questions I don't know. There you will prepare. And automatically your career only it will be helpful. Now, Monday's exam, if you want to copy also, I'm not going to do any invigilation. I will give the question paper and I'll ask the students to sit like this only, and I'll ask the students to write. Now, it is your professional ethics, and your individual character to see others' paper or to see your paper only. That says your character. If you are seeing others' paper, miss, that is your character. I can't do anything. If you want to do that one, miss, continue. Even online students also, if they open in the Google and they are writing the answers, miss, what I have to do? What I have to do? Sir, if for example, online students will copy everything, sir, and all the exams they'll get 100 out of 100. Whether I'm going to give a direct job, no, na. No, na. Direct answer is no, na. If the student get all the 0 out of 100 also, I'm going not to give the participation certificate. No, na. Narration certificate is common, na. Once paid fees, miss, you will get the certificate. Exams are only to test our knowledge. Remember this. Is the points are clear, guys? So let's get into the topic number 2 by having the 10 minutes quick break, or we want to continue on the Monday. Which one? Is that okay if I continue? How many of you are having the problem? Could you raise hand, please? Without seeing others. How many want to continue on Monday? Rise. How many of them on Monday? Okay, done. So we'll continue on Monday. Okay. Remember, guys, I have given the option for you. You also have to give me one option, one day. On that day, I will not give you. When you are asking now to stop the class and to continue on Monday, I'm stopping. So I'm listening to your words. One day will come. You have to listen my words. At that time, don't ask the option. Okay? Done. We'll continue on Monday. Monday is test now. Test will be there. After the test, class will be there. Same class timing only. Okay, class timing only. Okay, yeah, you can leave. Yes.